Makanda, and I'm the chair of this selection panel. I'd like to invite other members to introduce themselves. FCPA, please.
Thank you, Chair. Na Bwana 𝐊𝐢𝐻𝐂. Karibu. Naitwa Bwana 𝐊𝐢𝐻𝐂 Tanui, mwanachama wa chopo hili la uteuzi, na karibu.
Good morning, Mr. Mutai. Caroline Kituku, a member of the panel.
Good morning, Gideon. My name is Adam Solo, a member of this selection panel.
Morning, sir. My name is Mr. Nicodemus Bore. Karibu sana.
Good morning, Mr. Mutai. My name is Fatuma Ali Saman, a member of the panel. Welcome.
Good morning, Wakili Mutai. My name is 𝐊𝐢𝐄𝐚𝐢, and I'm a member of the selection panel and wish to welcome you today.
Good morning, Mr. Mutai. My name is 𝐊𝐢𝐁𝐂 Misati. I'm a member of the selection panel, and we welcome you to this interaction.
Now we come to you, and briefly in 5 minutes, introduce yourself, highlight your profile, and why you think that you are suitable for the position of Commissioner at the IBC. Indicate to us if you are a member of any professional society or group, and if you have received any award or honor. Please proceed.
I've been a lawyer for the last over 21 years. I'm also a certified professional mediator. I am a PPP professional. I'm also a legislative drafter. So I started my practice in the firm of 𝐊𝐢𝐤𝐤𝐤 and Company Advocates in 2003 in 𝐊𝐤𝐻𝐂. And during my time in the law firm, I did litigation, succession matters, a lot of pro bono work. And at that point also, I was elected as a LSK representative secretary of the local branch, South Rift branch at that time. And at that time, I did a lot of public awareness on legal issues. I even had a program on a local radio station, Radio Njili, on Know Your Law. So I could, on every Thursday, talk to the public on issues of law, even in the local language. At that point also, in 2005, I was awarded by the Law Society of Kenya Council a certificate for the outstanding commitment to the betterment of the society and membership. And also, in that same year, I was appointed to the first Young Lawyers Committee of the Law Society, representing the larger Rift Valley. So I really contributed to the betterment of the society. During also the annual general conference in 2006 also, I was awarded also a certificate for the outstanding commitment to the betterment of the society and the membership. I also contributed a lot to the public. Even during the time after the election, post-election, there was this commission on work report. When the panel retreat, you may have a look at page 154. I did a report to that commission on what really transpired within the 𝐊𝐤𝐻𝐂 area, because the commission was not able to come to 𝐊𝐤𝐻𝐂. So in 2000,
this is which report?
The work report.
Oh.
Yeah, page 154. There is a report. That was the report that came from 𝐊𝐻𝐻𝐂. Yes. So in 2009, there was a vacancy at the state law office. I decided that it was enough time for me to now join the government to provide public service, to join the public service. I did apply to the state law office, to the Department of Treaties and Agreements. However, upon joining, At that point of time, there was need for devolved legal services to the ministries. They needed close. So I was posted to the Ministry of Cooperatives as a state counsel. I was there 2011. The permanent secretary in the ministry seconded me to the tribunal to provide services there to support the members of the tribunal, cooperative tribunal. I did my work there, supporting, organizing programs. And in 2012, another opportunity arose at the Circle Societies Regulatory Authority, which is a financial regulator, similar to CBK. So I did apply. They needed a legal officer. I went through the aptitude test, and I was taken in into 2012. So 2012, I was there up to 2014. Another opportunity arose at the county government of Kericho. I applied, and I was taken in. Because at that point, there was an issue of impeachment of the governor, and the Senate report recommended that the legal office should be revamped. So I saw an opportunity there. I applied, and I joined the county government, and I joined as a director of legal services. Up to the year 2020, the Senate saw it deemed to pass the Office of the County Attorney Act, and I transitioned to as the first county attorney of Kericho, where I've been to date. Thank you so much, Chair.
You went to BAM University. Have you had your documents confirmed by Q?
Oh, I believe that was an oversight, but
Okay.
I'll ensure that I do that.
Okay. So tell me, what are these skills that you want to bring to the IBC, other than what you have mentioned?
Okay, one of the skills share that I have, I'm a team player. I work well with a team. I'm also ethical. I believe I'm ethical. I believe in doing the right thing. And also, as I said, I'm a certified professional mediator. I'll ensure that there is working synergy. There is a dispute resolution within the commission. We've seen that there's been a lot of issues that has arose in the past in the commission. I'll be one of the people to bring peace within the commission, between the staff and the commission. Yeah, even in the Bible, Gideon was a man of peace. I'll be able to bring peace to the commission. This will give credibility to the voter. You know, first we need to ensure that we have a credible commission which is respected by Kenyans. First, that is my first priority. Are we working as a team? Are we respecting the protocols? Do we respect the chair of the commission? That is the first thing. We need to respect each other as commissioners. We need to respect the duties of everyone, from the CEO to the staff. Ensure that there is working synergy. I'm also flexible. I can work extra hours to deliver on an assignment. I believe I still have the energy to do it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I want to invite Carol to ask some questions. Carol, please.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Mutai,
Thank
the
you.
law requires that the IBC deploy the use of technology progressively.
Yes.
Accordingly, the IBC has been using technology in 2013, 2017, and 2022. What, in your view, were the successes that IBC achieved by using technology, and what can be done to improve technology moving forward?
Okay, I believe technology is currently the way to go. And in the year 2013 was the first time that the technology was employed, and it gave a big stride to issues of voter registration and even tallying and delivery of elections. In fact, that was part of the Curricular Commission recommendation that there is need to really employ technology. So we still need, the issue now is how was it procured? Did we really have a test run on this technology? Because we need to ensure that this technology really works. Because for me, when as a commissioner now, I will ensure that we even have a test run of a real election. Because before you do an exam, you need to do a mock exam. Have we been able to test this technology in all extreme conditions? Are they waterproof? In a place where it's like Kericho, it's raining a lot, what if it rains on these machines? So we need to really test and have experts really testing it. We have experts in the Ministry of ICT. Have they really tested it? Is it credible enough? But I believe technology is the way to go. We need to employ it progressively and to the international standards. But I believe we can't do anything without technology. It needs progressive improvement.
Thank you, Mr. Mutai. What I hear you saying is what needs to be done to improve the technology.
Yes.
I have not heard you say how IBC succeeded, or what are the challenges, or what are the issues that IBC faced in the deployment of technology. I hear you on what needs to be done to improve it. So let's go back, a step back, and explain to us where were the failures, what were the successes that IBC achieved in deployment of technology.
One of the successes is that you cannot have a duplication of registered voters because you take the biometrics. So it only deals with the fingerprints, so that is why you cannot duplicate. And also it becomes faster for conveying the results. That is also another plus. And technology also, you can keep a lot of information in data form. Those are part of the successes of technology.
What was the problem with the technology insofar as its security was concerned? What are the challenges there? What are the issues there?
With the technology that was deployed, it had some failures. There is a time that they had to use the manual. It had some failures, breakdowns, which had to really make the official to revert back to manual. Yes.
What are the issues on its security? How safe was the system, for example? Any idea?
No, I have no idea, because I think I have never worked with IBC, and I believe I'll be the fresh face in IBC as a commissioner. But at least what I understand, or what I've gotten to know, is that there has to be, in technology, there has to be security levels. There has to be kind of security levels. So I'm not sure whether the required international standard of the security levels were there.
Thank you, Mr. Mutai. I wish you well. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. I ask Ambassador 𝐊𝐤𝐻𝐿 to ask some questions.
Thank you, Chair. Wakili Mutai, are you sure that technology was first used in 2013 elections?
I believe that was the first time that the real technology was used.
Okay. Let me ask you, you have told my colleague that you have not worked at IBC,
yes.
So you are bringing a freshness to the commission.
Yes.
But I know you have voted before.
I have voted.
You have, very good. So what election officials are found in a polling station, and what role do they play? Election officials specifically.
Okay, in a polling station you have the clerks, you have the returning officers, you have the presiding officers.
How many are they, the ones that work for IBC at the polling station?
They're around 10 to 14. Yes.
So what do they do?
Some of them, when you get to the polling station, mm-hmm. You are received, you are identified. They check at the registry. They check at the register whether your name is there. Mm-hmm. Then they check your biometrics, and then you are given the voting materials.
Thank you. 10 to 14, that's a lot of people, and it's very expensive. Why is it necessary to have all these people in a polling station?
I believe when technology was introduced, it was supposed to minimize the number of the staff, because that is the reason of technology. Technology, you can have one person handling several parts of a technology, unlike the manual. So I believe it is time that we look at the way of reducing and employing more technology. Yeah, maybe training of staff of the IBC.
Can technology hand out to you voters ballot papers? How do you employ technology to reduce the number?
You employ technology by having one person handle the biometric machine, the technology, and then the issue of handing over will be another person. Then we have the head of that polling station.
So 3.
Minimum, yeah, around 3 to not more than 5 should be there.
Thank you very much, Wakili, and all the best, Chair.
Thank you. Ambassador.
Thank you very much. I want to ask FCP Etanui to ask you some questions. FCP, please.
Thank you, Chair. Before I ask you my question, I haven't seen your KCSE certificate.
Oh.
Yes. Explain to us.
Okay, I believe maybe it was supposed to be part of the documents. Maybe I did include it.
But it's been confirmed. It's not the part of your documents. So you have it.
I'll get it.
But
I have it. I have it.
You have it.
Yes.
So I think you share with us.
Yes.
Okay. Now, my question is on independence and oversight. And IBC should always be seen to be independent or must act independently, while at the same time being accountable to Parliament and the public. So as a commissioner, if considered for that position, how would you balance the two responsibilities of independence and oversight? Thank you.
Yeah, IBC, even the first word of IBC is independence. It is a constitutional body which should act independently, although it should be able to collaborate with other stakeholders. It needs to engage these stakeholders because the independence is on its decision-making, its operation. However, IBC will always need finances, budgetary approvals from Parliament. That's why they are interdependent with other agencies. They will need approval of their budget from the National Assembly. The oversight is on the National Assembly. We have also the executive and the judiciary. They need also to be collaborating with IBC in terms of stakeholder. However, it should be independent in its decision-making and it is mandate.
Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Back to you, Chair.
Thank you very much. I invite 𝐿𝐼𝐄𝐻𝐿 Misati to ask you some questions. 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿, please.
Thanks so much, Chair. Mutai,
Thank you.
you are made a commissioner of IBC.
Yes.
You are saying you should do the test at the field to see whether the equipments are being affected by the lane, or you'll make provisions to look at the specs before you do the order of the equipments. Which is which? Are you saying you'll buy, and once you have them now, you test them in the field?
Yes. First of all, we'll have to do the specs. The procurement process, we have to do the specs, and then the experts in matters ICT will have to ensure that the specs are there. It has to be procured. But now when it gets to the commission, what needs to happen is test runs. You need to ensure that it is able to perform. You even need to time the time taken in relaying the data. Yeah, this needs to, you can even do it around the country, all over the country.
But I'm saying, you have already procured.
Yes.
You already have them here. Now, what is more important? Is it to check the specs before you procure, or you procure, then you go to the field to test whether the rains can affect this equipment? That's the question I was asking you.
Yes, because
Because
first,
if you realize that already you have already done the procurement, if you do the test run in the field and you realize the rains are affecting this equipment, you want to say now that's the time you take them back, or you take precaution and ensure that the specifications are done before you do the actual procurement.
yeah, thank you for that question. Yeah, it is true that specs needs to be done before the procurement. And even the test run is also done before it is really procured. But now I'm talking about the test runs now from every tallying center in the county. And also that is why you will be also having your officers really use the equipment. So I believe we need to also do the test runs, because the test runs must have been done before the person who was selling out that machine gave it to the IBC. But now the commission needs to do its own independent test runs, so that while you are doing the real election, there should not be any excuses.
From where you sit, could you please mention one of the recommendations from the Judge 𝐊𝐢𝐻𝐤𝐤 Commission, particularly related to the way the election management body should relate with the political parties?
Yeah, one of the curricular recommendation was the issue of having a political liaison committee. This is a committee that will be able to relate with the electoral body, political parties, and the voter, or even the legislature, the oversight authority. So this was a liaison committee. This was one of the important recommendations from the curricular commission.
Thanks so much. I wish you well.
Thank you.
Over to you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Evans. I want to ask Fatuma Saman to ask you some questions. Ms. Fatuma, please.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman. Mr. Mutai, fake news and disinformation could damage the electoral process. And how would you mitigate that if you are to be an IEB commissioner?
Yes, thank you for that. As an IBC commissioner, we need to strengthen the communication of the commission. We need to have a policy on how we communicate our policies or our statements, because you might find that some people will turn what was the commission statement into a negative thing. So I believe we need to have a strong policy on communication. We need to be doing regular press conferences, and we ensure that we have a strategy on how we do it. We have the chair giving press releases, regular press releases on behalf of the commission.
The damage is already out there, let's say.
Yes.
There's this information that's not correct, that's roving, that could be having impact in the process. How would you handle?
You need to issue press releases. You need to rectify or give the correct position, either in all the media, the written media or the TV station. You need to clarify the correct position of the commission.
Okay, thank you. Back to you, Chair.
Thank you very much. 𝐿𝐻𝐤𝐻𝐤 𝐿𝐻𝐿, ask some questions, please.
Thank you very much, Chair. Gideon. What are some of the guiding principles of leadership and integrity under Article 73?
Thank you for that question. Impartiality, accountability. You need discipline. You also need to financial prudence, not to use public resources for wrongly. Yeah, you need non-discrimination, public service.
Given the chance to be a commissioner, how will you apply them in the IEBC?
I will apply by ensuring that everyone within the commission complies with that, the code of conduct. They need to sign it, and also ensure that there is ethical behavior within the commission. That is important, doing the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Professor Adam Saloh, please, would you ask some questions?
Thank you, Chair. Madam Tai,
Yes, Prof.
you are an attorney.
Yes.
What is your understanding of the oath of office and consequences of breach?
The oath of office is an oath taken a statutory declaration to perform the duties in line with the Constitution and with the Leadership and Integrity Act, to ensure that you respect the Constitution and also what appertains to your office that you've been sworn into. And consequences that will be going against Chapter 6 of the Constitution.
Very well. You have, since 2014, been working as the county attorney for 𝐊𝐢𝐻𝐂 County. That's more than a decade, yeah?
Yes.
What relevant experience do you think you will bring to the IEBC if appointed as a member from your current office?
From my current office, I joined in as a Director of Legal Services and then transitioned to the Office of the County Attorney. I have had experience of also working with two governors. One went for 2 terms, and I ensure that they work according to the law. I've been able to balance working with the County Assembly and also the executive. You need to have you need to be able to understand both arms of government. You need to also be able to lobby for your policies at the County Assembly. I've been also a legislative drafter. I've been able to draft some laws. In fact, as a commissioner, if given this opportunity, I'll be chairing the legal committee, where I'll be able to identify any policy change or where there is need for an amendment. Because using my legal background, I might not be a technical person because we have the Director of Legal Services. But for me, in line with the committees at the Commission, I'll be able to chair the legal committee and ensure that we have the good policies and laws in the Commission. That is one of my skills.
How are you sure that if you are appointed a commissioner, you are the one who will chair the legal committee?
Because that is where my skill is predominant.
And if there is another lawyer?
Then I'll be able to serve in any other committee, but I'll be willing to support. We will be working as a team, collective responsibility.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Prof. Do you want to ask some questions, please?
Sure. Madam Tai.
Yes, Prof.
What does the acronym SADC, SADC stand for, and where is its headquarters located?
SADC, I believe it is the...
We can always...
South African Development Corporation in South
Just
Africa.
say it clearly.
South African Development.
Okay, where is it headquartered?
South Africa.
Okay. Name any 3 prevalent election offenses or crimes in Kenya.
Duplication, double registration, destruction of election material, undue influence, bribery, misinformation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Gideon, did you receive an invitation for the interview?
I did receive, Chair.
And did you see the advertised invitation?
I did.
Why didn't you bring an equation of your certificates from Q?
Oh, I think it was, I concentrated on the Chapter 6 documents, but I'll endeavor to get it.
You know that the appointment for a commissioner requires somebody who has a bachelor's degree as the primary entry.
I do understand.
So how do we assess your qualifications in this case?
Yeah, because I've been, I went through the Kenya School of Law, through the postgraduate program. I was admitted to the bar in Kenya, and I believe that at that point my documents were clearly authenticated, and I've been a lawyer since then.
So you didn't think that our request to you was not serious?
No,
in that case?
It is serious. It is serious.
Okay, do you have any comment to make or question to ask, kindly?
I just want to say that I'm privileged to be before this esteemed panel, and I don't have anything. I want just to say God bless you and God bless Kenya, because we need a united Kenya. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and blessings. Please, your certificates are here, and pick your notebook and pen. And if you like to have some water, you can also pick the water. Thank you very much, and blessings to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, in another 3 minutes, we will pick Godfrey Ninito Lemiso. 5 minutes. Okay, thank you. In 5 minutes, thank you.